Let's try to scum other people. You probably want to get some secrets, right? Potion's okay. I mean, we had like a bunch of these in our Warlock and it wasn't good. Let's try and get Archaeologist. Archaeologist is kind of busted. Okay. I was curious how good Cable Rat would be now. I haven't seen a lot of them. It's probably, I think it's just a little bit too slow. Let's go Ogre. I think actually, is that just timing? No, Naga Corsair actually has a higher win rate? What the hell? Yeah, that's just sample size. Was this card... I've seen a fair number of these. Yeah, they turned off the... You know, the reason Demon Hunter is so broken is because they turned off all the micros on a lot of cards they're not supposed to have access to, and it's the same with this card. You actually get offered this card now. I was wondering that card's so bad. This card's really good with any kind of Dormant, any high health Dormant, either the 2-mana one or this one. And just, we have a lot of targets for it, so I guess we take it. Alright, I like healing in this deck. Take Brain Freeze, take Claw Machine. We do need a secret at some point, but we're not going to take this one. I was playing No Minion Mage, and like, there are not... I was like... I would always think this would be whenever you cast a spell, but then you realize like most spells aren't actually frost spells, so it never actually goes off. They're all like the same win rate. It's probably not the 6th given our curve, given we already have 2 6s. I guess the question is like, how greedy do you want to be? Stormwind's honestly just good. Let's just try Stormwind. You're basically looking at Stormwind versus a 3-mana 3/4 vanilla. Watch post insta pick. No. Removal or 4-mana card. This thing is a higher win rate, but some level of this would just be because of grand finale. We don't actually have discover. We have no spell discover right now. We have the mage scribes, but they're not very likely to. To be fair, I guess they're 2/3 as likely to give you a grand finale as a discover would be. Oh wait, there's a third watch post. If you only watch streams, you wouldn't know. Actually, even if you only played the game, you wouldn't know. Has it gotten to the point, are people actually playing the spell watch post in standard now? Because everyone's playing mage, right? So I guess you might as well. Everyone's playing 30 spell mage. So are people actually playing it now? Because when I was playing yesterday, people weren't playing it. But are they actually playing it now? I'm really not sure about this pick. I think we probably just want to take the removal. Okay, Cyclone's just unfair. This card is, yeah, probably worse than Arcane Intellect. Probably just take, I kind of want the Ooze, honestly. If I had like Broom or something, maybe I'd take this. But yeah, I'll just take the 3-drop. It has a really low win rate because people just never play it unless their opponent has a weapon equipped because they don't know what they're doing. And this shit's really good. This is like the second best 3-drop in the game, I think, behind, well, okay, third best behind Scorpid and Watch Post. Immediately we get a Rush Og Merchant. Truly a tragedy. This could be really good with the Raider. Got one. With only one secret, we have like, it's kind of like we have 2 secrets because we have, well, this could even draw this secret. We have like no spells, right? So actually, it's like we have like, because of this, it's like we have 2.5 secrets. There's actually a decent odds that we can actually pull this off on curve. That might be better than Konocold. I don't know. At the same time, we need spells to actually trigger our Mage Scribes. That's probably more important, actually. Yeah, Cone is 3 mana, so it's better. I'm not sure how often that actually matters, but it's definitely better, obviously. I might just take a Marauder here, because we need like actual things to play. Like, we don't actually have, we only have one actual 4-drop. And some Taunt, honestly, would be nice, too. Take Broken card. Oh! So if you don't know, this card is bugged. Currently, if you don't have a Death Rattle, it doesn't summon the 1/1. So, this card would probably be like 3 or 4% higher win rate if it wasn't for that. We have enough Death Rattles to actually make it work, but I mean, we're picking Broken card. We actually have a really bad deck for it, but oh well. It's still really good. I don't think we had good Death Rattles anyway, though. We had Death Rattles, but not super relevant ones, right? It's not like we had Proto Drakes. I passed Sergeant Sally. Oh, did I not pick Sergeant Sally? I must have misclicked too, my bad.
You asked for it.
Damn. They say Hearthstone isn't an APM game, but sometimes you just make these misclicks and you just like throw the game. It's just tragic. It's a really hard game sometimes. Here's a question. Do we ever toss everything just to find Imprisoned Observer? It used to be. I feel like the power level has gotten to the point where this card probably isn't win the game automatically anymore. It used to actually be win the game automatically. But now there's like significantly more win the game automatically cards like Watch Post. So it's just like if you're going to keep a 3, it's like, well, this is a 4, this is a 5. It's like, what do you know? Don't have a lot of 4s. I guess we keep these. Just look for that. Thanks for getting the command hubs. Yeah. No, I didn't see that we had a 2. That's fortunate. You don't really see any shamans? Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of shamans, which is interesting. I don't know if they still never fixed the spell totem, right? If you don't know, the way it appears to be is if you pick the Thrall hero, you get spell power totem. No, if you pick the Thrall hero, you get Wrath of Air totem, right? Wait, which way is it? Yeah, you get Wrath of Air totem with Thrall, but you don't get it with the other heroes. That's how it is, right? Which is hilarious, but and you know 100% that's just because there were places like it's probably not even really I mean you always would have to blame the current coders, but like you know that's probably the reason is because there are places in the code of Hearthstone where they basically coded hero and hero portrait and hero interchangeably because they didn't think about the fact that in the future there might actually be alternate hero portraits, right? That's probably a... Basically, that's like the punishment from a mistake that the original coders made back in like 2013, 2012 even. In early development. The tracker is free. There is a premium version, but I don't even use most of the premium features. I didn't have premium until the guy gave it to me, but you don't have to pay for it. It's the basic functionality is free. We could honestly trade, but we could also go phase. Because it won't show you like the synergy picks and stuff below the draft, but it will. But you get like the, you know, the scores and everything. That's all in the free version. This card is so good. I think I'm just gonna kill off the spell damage. It's not like I'm really that scared of spell damage, but just like, eh. Using Hearth Arena. Yeah, it's like, I always had the philosophy, like, you know, it was really, Arena Tracker was really nice, especially when it was, you know, when there was also Lightforge. But, you could, I generally would just say, like, whether or not I trust one source or another source or whichever, like, just the more data, the better, basically. So I just like to see everything that's available, and that's what that one does best with. Oh no. I feel like every time I see this card, I'm just like really happy that it's not another Demon Hunter card. I'm just like, ah, card that doesn't 2 for 1. You know, that card even could 2 for 1. Yeah. If we kill his weapon, then he gets the death rattle. But if we freeze his face... Still probably better to just play a million water elementals and temporarily remove a 9/9. Uh-oh. If you play... Okay, I was gonna say, if he plays Ysera, I mean, at least then we'll beat a Ysera, but I'll still be triggered.
Well played.
He wants to see our stuff, I guess. Yeah, this deck's definitely on the upper end for our mage. I'm not sure exactly how. Still, it's like we don't actually like we have such good minions, but we don't have the spell quality. Like I feel like this deck will probably, you know, like it'll do well, but it won't. You know, if we had like a Flame Strike or even like Runed Orbs or whatever, it would do a lot better. Then, you know, then it would look than it does just based off of like the average card quality. Yeah, I shouldn't do this. And BM. He emote. When your opponent has lethal on board, when you have lethal on board and they just like well played you and they don't leave the game, they're not gonna be offended generally if you emote and stuff back. I guess this is fine. It's BM if it takes more than 3 seconds. You're not wrong. So it'd be kind of annoying if he gets there's still the 1/3, right? That summons the 1/1. That gives you the 1/1s in hand. He could have gotten that off of the like studies. He was probably choosing between that and like a higher value card. Or even just or just multiple high value cards. It's kind of annoying that I knew that was very likely to draw the secret that this thing had, but oh well. It's still... It's fine. I didn't want to like Arcanologist this turn. I'm not sure if our deck has enough card draw if this really gets dragged out. Probably be fine, but maybe not. If you play the 4-drop, then he just trades everything in, which isn't like bad, but it's not great. I would rather like medic my own face even. But you could even play Arcanologist. This honestly does the same thing as the 4-drop. Yeah, that's when it's really BM, is when you have like lethal in hand and you just like, you do like everything you could possibly do that doesn't show it, and then that's when you do it. That's like the hyper BM. Okay with the secret. I'm not sure if it's just because like I'm used to, maybe it's different because Warrior doesn't have Arcanite Reaper anymore, so maybe it's something you can get away with now. It's just my instinct against Warriors. The way I would lose this game is I would play a little slow like that, and then they would Arcanite Reaper my face. But Arcanite Reaper doesn't exist anymore, so you know, maybe it's okay now. This is actually the most stats we can put out this turn. A 6/4 is, you know, just not the best right now. I guess it's fine. But yeah, like, that might just not be a thing you have to worry about as much with Warrior anymore. Basically, every Warrior I played had the new 4-mana weapon, which is 9 face damage if you want it to be, right? Usually you want to trade with it because it draws 3 cards. But if you trade with it, but if you want it to be 4-mana deal 9, it can do that. Surprised he didn't get a better rush than that. Because it seems like the good Warrior decks now seem to be more value oriented. It might not be like, and it's like, I'm not saying like, it doesn't necessarily mean like the best way to draft Warrior even is to go for value, but the high roll decks seem to be like that. It's the same way how it always was with like Priest, you know? With Priest, it's like the most consistent way to draft it was always tempo, but then all the high roll, all the insane Priests would always be like, you know, the ones that had a million spell discoverers and stuff. Okay. It seems like a fair card. Is it possible to, like, if you do that API command and then you could put like text before it too, kind of make it like same like the other one? That would be ideal, I guess. Okay, we can medic that. This card is so good too, man.
What to do? What to do?
Nice, perfect. Thank you.
This'll make the pain go away.
Follow me. No, that's not right.
Wide people happy. Are we wide? Are there any wides in chat? Got a wider. Nice. I had the bad feeling this guy's just going to be like low on value, but just never going to run out of value. And then we're going to realize we have a Cold and a 2-drop and a secret that might never trigger. Which we should probably actually play sooner rather than later, so it actually will trigger. Guess I'll play it. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's do, yeah, this. And that. Seems alright. Honestly, I would rather not use the claw machine like that, but corrupting the elephant might make it worth it. Might. Why does everyone have Lone Champion? There aren't that many of the old cards, but then it's like everyone has Lone Champion. What the hell? I feel like I'm seeing more Lone Champions than I saw like 2 years ago, when it was like a newer card. Like, maybe that card's actually just better than it was. The problem with it was because like it used to be you couldn't really afford to not play on curve, and then you would get really punished if you tried to and a lot of times you couldn't even clear off your own board if you wanted it to have Divine Shield, but now people clear off your board all the time anyway, so you just get it, you just get value out of it anyway. It feels better than it was. If we don't Flame Strike, we could go like Cold Elephant and just go in. I honestly don't hate that. I honestly do not hate that. Let's do that. It's a lot of pressure for how relatively low resources we're using. It's a little bad. I'm assuming he doesn't have a hard removal. He only has cards he's drawn in the last 3 turns. It's a little bad if he... Okay, that's annoying. But that secret doesn't do anything because we're not going to trade ever. So that's fine. He knows what it is. That's probably the more relevant thing. Okay, well, we get a water elemental, so it's fine, I guess. Purple gem on Flame Strike is weirding you out. It definitely looks weird, yeah. Wait, did they change the animation too? That felt different. There was like more screen shake than I remember with Flame Strike. I don't think it used to screen shake. It was like screen shaking. Is that just me? Am I crazy, or that felt different? Dude, we literally... Why is the deck tracker showing what's the possible secrets? We literally know it's Oasis Alley. Hearthstone deck tracker. But yeah, back to the lone champion point. Like it's like, well, it's like it kind of feels like it's the same thing where it's like, it's kind of like how it used to be. I wouldn't really draft Shavara because I play more aggressively in general. But then every time I did, I would regret picking it because it would be useless. But it's like the more and more the game swings back and forth. Like even if you are playing a more aggressive deck, like you just get board cleared at some point. So why are we only playing warriors? I mean, our deck kind of craps on warriors. Okay, we have an issue here. But what was I saying? I saw him Prison Gunarg and I got immediately shooken. Is it shooken or shaken or shook or all of the above? I think all of the above. Okay, I'm even more shook. Shooketh. That sounds about right. Shooketh. We have consensus on Shooketh. Okay. Oh, surely nothing bad happens. In theory, we just ping this once and then it dies. In theory. Dude, what was my point? Anyway, oh yeah, I was talking about like a lone champion. Yeah, it's like it's the same thing where it's like even if you're planning on never falling behind, you'll just fall behind at some point, and then it'll help you swing back. He's that afraid of spell damage. That's fortunate. Can you not get Discover Ysera Lackey? What was his play? Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he didn't know that Scorpid has poison. Maybe he just didn't know. Nah, I mean, you would do that just to get the lackey, but yeah, I mean. It doesn't really matter given that like he knows it's gonna die to this anyway, I guess. I don't know. Diabolatry, thanks for following. Oh, that's kind of rude. No, this guy's hitting us in the face. That's also rude. Excuse me, sir. Okay, this card with Rocket Og, I hadn't really thought of this, but this is so unfair. Like, how is this even remotely fair? Like, what is that? Should put the 2-1 on the left just to make it more flexible for Silas, potentially. Is there any positioning stuff for Warrior right now? They still have the 2-mana cleave spell, right? I think. 2 mana, give a minion cleave. And they also have the 4-mana cleave weapon. But that card's probably pretty uncommon now. I don't think I've seen one yet, but I'm pretty sure it is in the game. Yeah, Sweeping Strike. Sweeping Strike's his core set, right? I think. I don't want to not play this. People just don't... I don't see like a lot of choruses or executes or whatever. You think it's Mean Street? Is it Mean Street? It might be Mean Street. I know it's in the game. Do we just steal his Mage Grab? Probably, right? We could kill it with Elephant. Stealing it with Silas is way funnier, though. It also might just be better. It's like 100% funnier. It would only be weak to Brawl, technically. But can you imagine playing around Brawl? You've done well, Mr. Silas. Meet an untimely end. Wait, is that spell that casts Whirlwind until something dies? Is that still in the game? If he has a ping in that thing, that would be an absolute disaster. This should be lethal, right? Okay, that's not it. That's well, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, this is like so unbelievably unnecessary that like this is like levels of value that shouldn't be necessary. I feel like this is the wrong play. Like we should probably try to kill him, but I mean, this is really funny, so. Yeah, I should have actually value traded, given that this thing's gonna kill. Well, it's always gonna get full value. It's fine. Bladestorm is still in. Yeah, that would be the problem. It's a card like that thing's an epic, so it's like I don't know the I don't see it often enough to remember the name of it. Yeah, you're right, it's Ashes of Outland, so it is in. It's just really uncommon. The most optimistic minefield in history. Oh, he found out how to get his double barricade off. Gotta respect that. Let's go follow Gallo. I think we had lethal there. I think. I'm not exactly sure. It was a little hard to actually. Like you go like rush, brain freeze. You can't ping. You would actually have to go volcanic, I think. I'm not sure if we had lethal. We might have been one off. And someone plays on their Vanguard while you have a Proto Drake up, so they deal 8 damage. And then they make like their Vanguard 20 attack. Oh god. I don't think I've ever seen that happen actually. Binge the YouTube arena vids the last few months. Nice, welcome. Okay, we just need to not draw. We never draw the card. We don't say the name in the card because then we'll draw it. We do not draw the card that we do not speak the name of. Surely that won't happen. Perfect. We can probably play this on 3 and this on 4, I guess. When you play something like this, you're generally pretty happy to play off tempo for a while. We can do both of these even. If he just plays like a Yeti, you just Oasis Alley and brain freeze the Yeti and the Yeti's dead. It's kind of rude actually. This card is so ridiculous in oh wow, actually is a good answer. Not like this. Not like this! Maybe I brain freeze that now. I guess so. Because he's trying to greed out that trade happening now. I can just deny it completely. Seems like a good draw. Bum, bum. One of my best runs decks so far. We've only had one deck that really overperformed so far. The biggest thing right now seems to be to just dodge people that have Ysera. That honestly just is the most important thing right now, I think. But doesn't matter what your deck is when your opponent has Ysera and you don't. But yeah, picking Ysera would be good. The deck we had go 12 was a Warlock, which is on YouTube right now. By the way, kept the YouTube command. But yeah, it's like I'm still not really entirely sure exactly how you're supposed to play this meta, to be totally honest. I'm still kind of figuring that out because it's just like it seems like such a. It honestly is kind of just like a complete mess right now. It's what it feels like. I guess there's not much reason to trade into that. Yeah, it's like that would generally be my strategy, would be to generally kill people before they play. When there's a overpowered late game card, kill them before they can play it. That's generally my recommendation. I'm not sure how reliable that is right now. So okay, we can Silas this. Why was this card? Talking about insane cards that should have maybe never existed, but yeah, we can steal this, or we can actually just kill it too. But it's a pretty good card. I don't mind taking it, so just I'll just take it. Poor Silas had so much to live for. That's the thing, right? Like, we have a terrible Silas deck. It's worth pointing out, right? But just giving the opponent the Silas, like, I honestly feel like with this card, like, it shouldn't be able to rotate itself. It's just so... Because we have, like, the absolute... This is, like, the perfect example of a deck that it shouldn't even be good in, but it's just the fact that, like, you know... It's basically that one polymorph that we don't have because polymorph doesn't exist anymore. But it's also, instead of just polymorphing, you also get the minion, right? Yeah, polymorph is not in the game anymore. Not in this game mode. When Silas first came out, people would tempo it, and it does it rotate itself on an empty board?
What to do? What to do?
I've never seen anyone do that. Does it actually straight up rotate itself? That'd be hilarious. Oh god. I never even thought of that. Yeah, Silas is one of the cards, like, they didn't really explain it very well pre-release, which was part of the reason why it was so underrated, was like half the people reviewing it didn't even know how it worked. Like, Lightforge's original score assumed that it couldn't rotate itself, you know? Oh, you tried to Silas the Dormant? Yeah. That's the thing too, is like it wasn't clear how it would work with like Dormant, for example. We always get lethal, right? We never get lethal. Oh wait, we do get lethal, what am I saying? Imagine not getting lethal. Imagine not getting lethal when you can get lethal.
Embrace the chaos.
You asked.
Warrior. Let's try to find threes. Class seem to be best for arena. My second to last video I posted on YouTube was essentially my full explanation of that exact question, which was my full class tier list. Dude, that armor just got wrecked. So how much do we like this ooze? Dude, ooze has a rare icon now. How? Let's go for this. Threatens it on board. We don't have much that we really saved this for. Okay, that's a problem. So now here's the issue is now we coin this and play ooze and then he plays Sword Eater and we actually lose the game instantly. Guess we do this. It's safer. It's like, it's not good to give him this, but oh my god, dude, what the hell? Help. Well, I guess it's fine. We're gonna have to claw machine one of those. No, this thing was common always.
You don't pick the one, silly.
So if you have cojones the size of Manhattan, you value trade. I don't think you value trade them. It's like you could. Okay, great. That's not great. Generally, when Claw Machine buffs Dormancy are really sad, we are probably just going to steal that. Because that's the thing that's what makes Silas so good is like you don't need the greatest Silas ever. If you just steal a Smug Senior is a really good example of a card that's just worth it. Because you remove a 6-drop, you know, even if you're giving them a 4/4, you remove a 6-drop, but also you're removing the ghost also. You're taking a huge amount of their steam away. So it's often just worth just stealing a Smug Senior. Just looking at other options. It's like any other option, we're just falling really far behind. So if we do this, we're not falling really far behind. One of these times I'm going to rotate the wrong way and I'm going to instantly lose. It's going to be hilarious. But like you're giving, because I mean, just like sheerly like tempo wise, you're removing a 6-drop, you're summoning a 6-drop, that's like 12 mana, and then you're giving them a 4/4, which is like 3 mana. So this was like 9 mana worth of stats for 7 mana. It's just good, objectively good. You can actually go double 4, but it's probably better to go, you know, it's definitely, this is way better. You could try to squeak this out, honestly. I think I will actually. Let's try to squeak this out. Next turn we can go Spectral Senior and Rager. Or even Mage Scribe Rager. Until they Silas it back. Oh dear. I think one time I saw 2 Silas in one game. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, he had to spend a card on that. So 8 mana for a 4/6 and assassinate. That's decent, but it's not like that's game breaking. Probably want the taunt. This is more stats, but this is like enough stats probably. And we get the taunt. Can't wait until you see 2 Nose Dormoons. I haven't even seen 1 Nose Dormoon Arena yet. I think I might have seen one discovered by I might have seen one discovered Nose Dormoon. I don't think I've ever seen a drafted one. So we'll take it. It's probably an above average legendary just for being a 7 mana 8/8. Okay, that's a good ooze. Maybe not above average anymore. There's a lot of really broken legendaries, but it's definitely not bad. Not that one. I got a special fire blast for you, Mr. Scorpid. Why do they always have barricade?
What a tragedy! Better write this down.
You want it? I got it.
Only this came corrupted because we just played one. I guess we take that though. We can play it next turn. Boom, 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 boom. But you took the new Deathwing. Yeah, that's the problem is like, I mean, there's so many good legendaries that it's like, it's gonna be most of the time, not always, but most of the time up against something that's just like auto pick, right? Like you couldn't take it over new Deathwing. Like new Deathwing is just crazy. We don't have lethal, do we? Actually, do we with this?
What to do?
Ping Pearl Tusk.
Do.
We actually do. I don't really want to lethal him. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of want to. I should lethal him. I should lethal him, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should probably lethal him. It's like, I guess we should end the game. We're just having fun, though. We should probably end the game. Oh, it wasn't common because it was basic, I think.
You asked for it.
So it didn't even have the common icon. Yeah, it was basic set. Maybe I should keep the 4. Okay, well, we just draw the other 4. Makes it all right.
Evil draws close.
My magic will tear you apart.
Going first, it's like maybe you don't keep this, but if he like coins a 2 or something, you'd kind of be sad if you toss this, so.
You don't pick the wise snake.
What have they done to me? Your pack will feast on your bones.
Play this or this. Or this, I guess. You could even just ping. Actually, the nice thing about killing this would be we can kill whatever, we can deal the damage to whatever pops out. I guess I like that. If it's a 5/7, we'll cry. Yeah, I can live with that. I can very much live with that. What's up, Robopop? Came from an addict stream where he lost 2 games in a row to Illidari Inquisitor. Getting one game, getting one shot from 19. Yeah, we've had some things happen here as well. We got Ysserid, I think, 3 times already. So that's about how our day has gone. I mean, we haven't had terrible results today, but yeah, we got Ysserid 3 times, so you know. Ysera is clearly the most broken. It's like not even close. It's clearly like blatantly the most broken arena card ever to exist ever. It's not. It's like it's not even close. Is the thing like it's just objectively true. So like it's like as soon as I get like as soon as I stop writing about the watch post, I'm gonna start writing about Ysera, I think. How bad was Ysera Unleashed? Is that the Druid one? The Druid one was not actually even that good. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. It's just like that one is too slow, you know? It's the same problem with the original Ysera, is that it was just too slow. Yeah, because like you couldn't really pull it off nearly consistently enough for it to be good. Like you'd be playing a 9-mana 4/12, and that would already usually lose you the game, pretty much. And then you just wouldn't. You would be lucky if you drew 1 Dragon Portal. A lot of times you would literally draw none. Yeah, the new Ysera just, it doesn't, the only way to beat the new Ysera is to kill the hero. There's just literally no other way to beat it. If you have like, I mean, if you're up like literally 6 cards, then maybe you can beat it on value, but like, you know, usually you're not up literally 6 cards by turn 9. Right? That's the issue. Guess I should actually... I did this wrong. I took an extra damage on this thing, I think. You have to watch me live to get the reward. I don't know exactly how Twitch does it, but I don't know if you can get the drop from a VOD, actually. I assume you can't, but I don't actually know. It's a good question. Behold the Darkmoon Fair!
Adventure and excitement awaits.
Good old yes, good old Silas things. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. What's up, Mike? Having a good time. But yeah, like always the problem with Ysera Unleashed in Druid was that it was really hard to, especially in Druid, because you couldn't afford, even before they lost Swipe, you still could, before they lost Swipe and all those other things, you couldn't afford to fall behind. So like now even more so, it's like, imagine playing a 9 mana 4/12 and not dying immediately. It's just, you would always die immediately. But if you have Celestial Alignment and Nourish and I don't even know. I'll just guess the weight work. Does guess the weight just always fail if you set everything to 1? I guess so, right? I think our opponent is salty. So like we've played, hasn't Silas like won us like 5 out of our 6 games now? It has, right? I'm pretty sure it has. He's a good boy, so we're gonna let him live this time. Good boy. It's not like he single-handedly won us, but like he's at least won us like 4 out of the 6 games. He's at least like clinched the wins. When Frizz was around. You didn't see a lot of Frizzes, but yeah. I could see that happening.
Give me strength. You asked for it.
This is not really the cards I want against Priest. I don't even know if I want this. We have so many better 3s. I'm actually just going to toss that. Someone played a drafted Celestial Alignment and you had Jiraxes. Dude, I was playing Constructed and someone played Celestial Alignment against me. And I was playing OTK Hunter with Leorox, King Crush, and the Rush Rhino, and I think the Legendary Beast all in my hand. So that game ended very quickly. When my opponent gave me like 1 mana summon 40/40 worth of stats, I was like, yeah, that seems above average. Okay. He's back. Maybe I should play this. I don't know. Most priests aren't like super crazy value, but they're pretty value. He's got 12/1 with Alabaster and Warrior. Nice. Yeah, Warrior seems really good. Random Generation feels like it wins games. Random Generation's a lot better now because of the core set rotation. So in general, like anything with random on it is better. Which is why Deck of Lunacy has now literally broken Constructed. It's kind of hilarious, honestly, but also truly a tragedy. Could have killed that, but I mean, he can't just heal it. The problem is we know that all priests have Renew, right? So that's kind of the issue. And then Renew just completely obliterates our hopes and dreams, which is also a tragedy. Why do I speak? My job as a streamer, it's content, right? It's all content. That's what they keep telling me. It's all content. I need to be more of like the type of streamer that's just wrong all the time. Like I have this I make this mistake of being right all the time. I need to be wrong all the time, like many other streamers, which I won't name. I need to get better at being wrong. That's my mistake. If I was wrong all the time, then it would be just way more pleasant, right? Let's do this. I don't know what else you could do here. You could coin Mage Scribe, but that just feels like you're kind of... That feels unpleasant. I did not say any names, Robopop. Okay, so... The problem is, usually when Priest gets this far ahead on board, they usually don't have this much attack damage on board. Ah. Behold the Darkmoon fair. Ha ha ha. Like, doing the Mage Scribe coin isn't really that good either. It's not bad, but I mean, it could give us Flame Strike, right?
What to do?
Yeah. We just get Flame Strike and then we win. There's still time for our opponent to play a Proto Drake. Or even a Skeletal Dragon. Mage Coin Og. Well, the problem is Mage Coin Og, you don't have enough damage to even get through this. So it's like, what are you going to Og even? I would like it so much more. If this thing had like 1 less health and you could just like rush this in, it would probably be good. But it's like, but it just doesn't. It's like, I guess, I don't know, maybe he protects that orc. Maybe he leaves it at 11 and then we Silas it. Dude, it's actually happening. Keck, wait. Damn, I should have played the 1-2 on the left. I just didn't think he would actually give us this. I just honestly didn't think he would give us this good of a, yeah. We also have the Elemental. Elemental lets us kill this too. The problem with the Silas, well, it's like we steal the Giant Taunt, but then if he can kill the Giant Taunt, then we take 10. Plus, we're giving him a Silas too. We actually take 14. That's honestly too much. I think we just kill this. Because then we can kill... We can kill this as well. And now there's just like drastically reduced board tension, and if he ever plays a Proto Drake, we win. Yeah, that's the problem, right? It's like, if you steal the taunt, it's great if he can't kill it, but if he has a death, then you lose. If he has a silence, you basically just lose. If he has a Silas, you basically just lose. Oh, look. A card we can steal. Fair. Why, thank you for giving us a 10-10 taunt, good sir. Why Og instead of Sugar Alley? Just so I could kill the other thing. It's the first time I've not been board cleared by Hysteria in like literally 4 months. It's like, haha. Our minion was too big. Up, it's dead now. They never let us have our fun, do they? So rude all the time. Do we want this rigged fair game? I kind of do. If we rigged fair game, I guess we would just... Oh wait, we only have 9 mana. I thought we had 10 mana. Oh, what do we actually do then? Maybe just 1 and 8 then. The Deep Freeze could be good defensively though. I wish 3/3 worked, but because Observer doesn't actually put out stats. I guess this is fine. I mean, we have an ice barrier too, so. Yeah, we encountered a bug where Hysteria wasn't equivalent to a one-sided Twisting Nether, like it usually is. It's really unusual. Are we just gonna get double condemned? Okay, even worse. Right, okay. Remember when we thought like there was like a board to be fought for and we're just like, oh yeah, no, there's actually... You shouldn't have even had that silly thought. Play the more expensive one, because this might let us squeeze more out in the future. I'll have to lose thanks to the fallen. Alright, we need another Silas. Silas number 2! We might honestly just play Ice Barrier. We should be alive though. Priest shouldn't have burn. We could probably just play all of this. Like the ping doesn't help with that much. Just play everything. It'd be like, I don't know, I do want to get this thing out at some point, this observer. You could play a secret to try to spook him. But time for Alex. Just immediately die to an Oxtraza. Sounds about right. This guy knows where the place is, man. Has this guy traded once this game? I'm not sure that this guy has traded one time. Like he killed our taunt, but other than that, I don't think he's traded into literally anything. So I mean, we're definitely playing this. It seems like we would do... It seems like we're doing all of this. The question would be, what do we actually do with this 6 mana? Because ping feels really good. I think I might honestly just go ping Ice Barrier. I want to ping so that he doesn't... Just so he has less flexibility here. But I would like to draw cards for obvious reasons. He probably won't give it to us anyway. We'll hopefully draw something remotely playable.
What a tragedy! Better write this down.
It's kind of annoying. We're never going to be able to draw off this rigged fair game because this guy is literally going to hit us in the face if he has the ability to. Okay. Really good turn for the observer to proc, I guess. Yeah, it's a fairly good chance we can. Do we even want to, like... I don't know if I want to frenzy that. I guess actually, no, we should do this first. Because, like, if it's going to go into a 1-1, we might as well just do it like this. Might as well let it go into there if it's going to. Okay, that's fine. How the run's been going? The runs where we didn't run into like multiple Yseras have gone pretty well. I'm probably, based off the rate of how things are going, I will probably, I don't know if you saw my watch post video, I will probably be making a Ysera video very soon. I mean, if you're gonna get two garbage cards, at least get two garbage cards that synergize with each other. Not terrible. Let's try to see how can we make this good against I'm guessing the best way to be strong against Hysteria is probably to do this. Always 1 damage off lethal. Technically 2 damage off lethal. Why not play the elephant and win? Well, it's like if you play the elephant and then he has Hysteria, then it's a little worse, I think. I have a link for the dude, we are almost to current year in YouTube subscribers, Poggies. We're currently at the year 2014.
You asked for it.
We were talking earlier about how you never see any shamans anymore. So he's playing a non-thrall hero, so he still has spell power totem. The one thing I wish I didn't put into that video, the watch post video, was I didn't put the stats on its turn 3 win rate. If you're wondering, the turn 3 win rate of Morshan watch post is 67.5%. Which compared to another super premium Sunwell Initiate it was about like 57.5%. 57. Morshan watch post is 67. So that thing is substantially better than a premium 3-drop on curve. Substantially. But it does well, no, this thing drops off after a little later too. The only 3-drop that doesn't like super drop off is the Scorpid, because the Scorpid is also kind of insane, but you know. What is turn 3 win rate? I mean, win rate when it's played on turn 3. Because HS Replay, if you have premium, it gives you statistics on that kind of stuff, like what its win rate is based off of what turn it's played on. And yeah, it's when it's played on curve, it's just like, it just doesn't lose. Basically. It's kind of a problem. Well, these guys technically don't trade well into this, so I guess we play this. Why can't we have 30 spells? We have no spells. We can't go lunacy. This is not constructed. Do it anyway. And turn our one brain freeze, turn it into a consecration. And our deep freeze turns... What even happens to an 8 mana spell? Does it turn into a 10 mana spell? Loses roughly 1 to 3 times. Well, that's the thing, is like, you have to understand like how ludicrously how ludicrously insane it is to have a 67% win rate for a neutral 3-drop. Like, that's just like, that's just obscene. That's actually just obscenely unreasonable. Even for a class 3-drop, like, that's obscene. Damn, it's like Mage Cry Brain Freeze is good, but Claw Machine... I mean, Claw Machine in this is always really good. It's like, kind of want to do both. I guess this is fine. Talking about overpowered 3-drops. Which 3-drop? More Sean Watch Post. This is banter. Yeah. The thing is like... I mean, I've been having to deal with, like... I won't say who I was talking to on Reddit, but it was like... I was having to deal with people that were like unironically arguing they think that card's okay. I'm like, are you guys like actually dumb, or are you just like... I mean, I'm not saying who, because you know who you would know the name of the person I'm talking about who was arguing that that card was okay. I'm just like... I've said too much already, but...
What to do? What to do?
Mage Cry, Brain Freeze the second one. I guess that makes sense, yeah. You Brain Freeze the second one? I want to play this though, is the issue. I think it's better to just get all these stats out. Because yeah, I didn't think about that. Like, it would make sense to Brain Freeze the second one so it can't repeat. But like, he shouldn't be able to repeat it himself, so... If we're not being really efficient with dealing with this, we might as well just leave it there. Thanks for the follow, only bad puns. Yeah, I feel like you may have seen the thread. Oh god, not like this. But it's fine, right? Like, this is the worst case scenario, right? This is the worst case scenario of Watch Post, is it's a Tar Creeper, basically, right? Because I have to kill it. So, worst case, it's a Tar Creeper. Well, almost always it's better.
Quit distracting me.
So I guess we just like, just see where this goes, I guess. Because I'd like to go like this maybe. Well, actually, I kind of want to save the spell for this. Try to go here, I guess. I don't know what I thought was gonna happen. Like, I'm just... I should have known. Like, let's just be honest. Okay, let's do this. It's like I should have known better. Like, honestly, this is on me. I should have known better. Do I ever brain freeze your own sugar elemental? There might be some situations where you do that, but probably not when it's like your only Mage Scribe activator and all that stuff. And you're not against like a ping class. Like if you're against like Mage, then, you know, and they can just like ping it, then it might be a little scarier. Every once in a while, it's like, you know, I don't know how many times I've learned the lesson in my life is like, just don't talk to people on Reddit, but then it's like, you know, I have to relearn the lesson another 69 times. It's annoying. I want to ping and Razor Draw and Mage Scribe and Brain Freeze, but that is 11 mana. The main problem with Reddit is it's infested with Redditors, basically, right? It's like the only problem with Reddit. Well, I mean, there's problems, but, you know. They have that one critical problem. I don't want to tempo Mage Scribe, but I also don't want to, like, not tempo. I mean, we're fine, right? We have so much health. But also, if I... Maybe I just... But then I still have to Brain Freeze. Oh no, I haven't thought this through all the way. Whatever. How does... You're asking, like, how does... If you Brain Freeze your, the Razor Main Raider, I think it can still attack if it's frozen, actually. I think the Frenzy will override it. So you could hypothetically Brain Freeze lethal your own Razor Main Raider, I think. I'm not 100% positive. If he gets Hex, I'm gonna be salty. Actually, I guess Hex would be less of a problem than... Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, he doesn't kill it, so... See if we get lethal here. Huh. See if we get lethal here. Never doubted for a second. Yeah, it'd be very uncommon that it would be correct to Brain Freeze your own thing in Mage, but it could happen. It'd be more like in non-ping classes, you'd probably be more likely to want to think about it. The Ogre was indeed a major contributor to lethal. Okay, we can bank 1/2s to be able to make the Silas better, potentially. Warlock has a lot of big drops because they have like that 7 mana 4/10. It's a very likely chance we can steal one of those. Oh, okay. Just, at least the 0 mana imp, it doesn't exist anymore, so they can't just get a 0 mana 3/3. Okay. I mean, we should be fine. Oh wow, he didn't even get anything 2 mana. Alright. And we should be fine. Do we actually just... Yeah, we just do this, don't we? I don't know, you could have just played this, honestly. Oh, Jesus. Okay. 3 mana, 5/9, that seems fair. He never has AoE, right? He would have had to obviously not have in his opening hand. He has 4 draws for AoE. It's not AoE. We can play this racing game, bro. I'm down to play the racing game. You don't wanna challenge me to the racing game. Because I will play the race game. And then he has the new 4 mana spell, and then we lose the game instantly. He's in Test Game Skullmans. Is it still in the game? Oh, is this? Oh, it might still be in. Might still be in the game. You might be. You definitely, certainly, may be right. That's a lot of health. What the hell? Yeah, I think you're right. I think Death Camp actually is in. I think when I say I think, I mean you are right. Should I have rushed this? Probably. There's 1 extra damage. It's debatable. My plan was just to run everything in. So like with the 1 extra damage, I could have also pinged and killed this, but then I wouldn't develop all this. I wouldn't have developed this guy specifically. Cool. Make sure the claw machine is not on the edge. I just put the claw machine on the edge. I'm really dumb. Make sure you don't do this. Oh, you're gonna do this? I need to put it one side on the right. I wouldn't want to swap this either, though. I would probably swap Silas over this, even. Do what I say, not as I do. Okay, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really matter though, because like, yeah, we still have the 1/1 on the edge, so it's fine. But this is why this is why we do the thing. Do I care about that? Probably not. What is this card? Or this card? These cards are both pretty illegal, but yeah, this one is like more illegal. Another win for Silas. Like 6 of our wins, I think, are Silas wins, right? You might want to like kill the thing that's actually like the most damage. I mean, just saying. Yeah, I'm just like helping you. I'm like, come on, you might want to do that, bro. Because he can see my hover. I'm like, you might want to kill this. I'm trying to help, man. Let's just do this. Merp said Silas. I don't think Merp said Silas was overrated because Silas was heavily underrated. They just said it wasn't good, which is different than saying it was overrated. They just said it wasn't good, and they thought that no one thought it would be good. That was what they said.
So many possibilities.
Like, Addicta literally said, like, I think verbatim, he said, I don't think anyone decent will think this card is super good. That wasn't verbatim, but that was like literally what he said. And I was like, I would like to inform you of something, good sir. Yeah, allow me to introduce myself, basically. Well, like, I think, like, that was their biggest mistake in that expansion. I think they made, like, I think they honestly just didn't look at that expansion very closely, you know? Like, they did a really, really good, since we're talking about this, like, they did a really, really good job, I think, with the with this expansion. But, yeah, I mean, that was, like, Silas was probably their biggest miss they've ever made. Like, ever, you know? Like, that was just a complete misjudgment. Because they also, I mean, they rated it initially assuming that it couldn't rotate itself, which is a big difference, right? We've rotated our own Silas like 3 times, you know? It's a big deal that it can rotate itself. You know, it was also, yeah, I mean, I don't think they watched, like, I don't think they watched, like, my review, which was part of the reason they kept saying that, which was why they kept saying that, like, no one thought it was good. And I literally said in my review it was probably going to be one of the most broken cards ever printed. But, like, I don't think they watched me say it. I don't think they watched my review and saw me say that, so. They watched, like, I know, like, there was like specifically like one other person they probably did watch who rated it as below average, and that's kind of why they said that, you know. Playing this or this is reasonable. The problem is this might actually get it's a completely random secret. This is probably the safest thing. Like, this might get, if this gets oh my yogged, it could be really bad for us. Okay. Keep forgetting that spell actually exists. I think, like, there's a thing, like, Silas, I think to a lot of people, it was really difficult to evaluate because it was so unique. Like, I mean, I always felt like it wasn't that unique because, I mean, Mind Control is a card, you know, and, like, it's such a direct comparison to Mind Control that I don't understand why people had so much trouble analyzing it. But, you know, that was the thing, is, like, I think people just thought, to a certain extent, I feel like they thought such a powerful effect wouldn't, people just thought it wouldn't exist like that, you know, that card wouldn't be printed, but it was, you know. And people just assume it's way more situation. The big problem is people assume it's way more situational than it is. The reality is that you just don't get far enough ahead to actually be able to play around Silas, you know, like we can just, if we had 7 mana, we could just play Silas and just steal this right now, you know, like. The only time this card is ever bad is when your opponent just literally never plays a big minion ever, right? It's one of the least situational cards. It's among, like, powerful cards. It's one of the least situational cards ever printed. It's less situational than, like, what's that Paladin legendary? The 6 mana 3/7 that turns everything to 3/3s. It's significantly less situational than that card. And, like, that was the thing that I think people just didn't pick up on. This actually looks really good. It's so hard to play around. It's literally impossible. Like, if you're like up by like 15 mana by turn 7, you can play around it. You know, if your opponent literally has like passed half the turn, half the game, but otherwise it's literally impossible. Okay, that's a good card. Alright, so we're gonna get completely memed by some kind of dude synergy. Damn. That's tragic. Let's kill the golden dude and go face and then hope nothing bad happens. Yeah, it's like the cards that are really unique though, it's like those cards can be really hard to analyze sometimes, you know? Again, like, because it was such a direct comparison to Mind Control, like, I was still kind of shocked that people were so wrong about, you know, Silas, but because it seemed really obvious to me, like, to put it bluntly, but, you know. People have different blind spots, you know, essentially. So there's things that, you know, I would completely miss that would be really obvious to other people is what I mean, you know. I guess I just shooting star here. People have different blind spots, but most people are blind. And that's the thing, right? It's like you shouldn't be too critical of people that, you know, people that can see very well, but they have blind spots. There's a difference between that and there's different people that are, you know, completely blind. And then, you know, don't want to confuse criticism of people for, you know, people that are actually blind. I was really expecting a secret to trigger there. Huh. Okay, it wasn't even... I would have triggered the Galloping Savior there, the new secret. Okay, Eye for an Eye. It's probably Eye for an Eye Avenge. Eye for an Eye Avenge or Eye for an Eye. I guess I didn't trigger Never Surrender, so it could still be Never Surrender, yeah. Rather we not use this word when not necessary. Oh, we just got Vulgined. Dude, how are we supposed to Silas him now? How are we supposed to win with Silas when this happens? No. They found our answer. We can't win anymore. I'm gonna assume it's Avenge. And... what am I doing if it's Avenge? I didn't think this through all the way. Just pre-bump like this, I guess. Never surrender. Okay. That's fine.
Everyone, grab a drink.
I know, I'm just gonna like I understand, like I'm not offended, but like just, I'd rather not just trying to be, you know. Just don't use that word when it's not needed. Mask is great. Well, it's never surrenders, so mask doesn't do anything.
You're paying for my discretion. Reporting for duty.
We can mask now. I want to snap freeze that, but then I miss lethal. I really want to snap freeze that.
I wonder.
I don't care. I'm doing it anyway. Actually, no. Well, yeah, no, I did miss lethal. It's fine. Can't not do it. I can't not snap freeze that. Like, come on. Okay, yeah. That's right. You lost to a certified Mimor through a farm into double Greybell. That is a tragedy.
You asked for it.
Okay, turn 2 Cyclone, turn 3 Ooze Sugar Elemental, turn 4 hope we find something better. I'm being honest. How that parses. I'm looking at your I just checked your post history and I see you saying that watch posts are reasonable cards, and I feel like yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't need to say more. So now we get Hellfired, and then we hate everything. It's not even that bad though, because like his guy will take damage now. Yeah, that's fine. So we definitely play this. Probably just play this, honestly. John says watchtowers divide the community. That's the thing, is like there are like most people that I've disagreed with on a lot of things in Arena. And I've gone out of my way to like go and like check with them, and almost all of them are like completely united on the idea that this card's really freaking dumb. People are like have are at various points of like this thing is the worst thing ever versus, you know, it just being like mildly problematic. But like everyone agrees, almost everyone agrees it's like a pretty significant problem. There are very few people that think it's not a problem. Very, very few. There's like, it's actually been quite uniting, I think. You know, people that I've like argued with about like buckets and stuff, people that I've been like extremely on the other side of for this kind of stuff, they all agree. They're like, yeah, this card is dumb. You know, except like one person who I won't name. But other than that, like, could go for the fun lethal, but we'll just take the guaranteed lethal, I guess. Yeah, he did tempo and evil genius. Turbans, thanks to follow. That's the thing. I don't agree. Like, I mean, I still haven't drafted a watch post yet. Not the 3-mana one. I've only been offered, I think, one. Actually, I think I might have skipped one far watch post because it was up against something better. But I think I've been offered maybe 2 far watch posts, and I've never been offered Morshan watch post once. I played like 8 drafts now, I think, and I haven't been offered a single Morshan watch post. And it's in like 17% of decks, so that's like below average, but it's not super unlucky, but it's pretty unlucky. So I don't know. I just don't think, like, I don't think playing that card would be particularly fun either. Is the problem. It's not like I'm going to feel good winning with that card, because it's like, haha, I played this card and my opponent didn't have the tool to interact with it, so he lost immediately. Haha. It's only really hard. Well, it's like, if you play it after turn 3, it's basically a Tar Creeper. If you play it on turn 3, it's like one of the most broken cards ever printed. But if you play it after turn 3, it's relatively fair. Right? It's just when you have it early that it's really dumb. Only like Mage and Shaman even have like even theoretically have like actual answers to it. Other classes literally don't. And Warlock, because Warlock can just like play the 4-mana AoE. You know? Yeah, you can summon all your 2/2s and I'll just AoE them away. Druid. Yeah, what the hell does Druid do? Can you imagine? Druid can at least summon minions with spells, right? So at least they can do that. Priest actually, Hysteria is a really good answer to the watch post too, typically, but I don't want to like, I don't even want to think about that because I don't want to think about Hysteria in a positive light because I hate that card too. There are a few cards I hate in the game right now. Hysteria, Morshan watch post, Ysera the Dreamer. Honestly, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I guess like you could put like pretty much any Demon Hunter card on the list, but you know, that's... Dude, do we just keep Silas? Do we honestly just keep Silas? Probably not. Probably not, but maybe we should. I like this hand. It seems fair. I think our opponent is going to like us a lot. We're gonna have to play the ooze on 3 probably without hitting a weapon, but then this might bait the 4-mana weapon, and then we just ruin his hopes and dreams, I think would be the idea. Coin 4-mana weapon. Come on, you know you want to. Come on, come on. Oh, he's that kind of warrior? Okay. Wow. Okay. What do we do here then? It's weird. This is kind of a critical turn. Like, do we actually just tempo? We probably just want a tempo, honestly. I think it's just max tempo. Try to punish him for that.
Is it cold in the shadows?
So he has a million taunts. He still has all 4 taunts in his hand. But I mean, we have like, theoretically, we set up lethal with this. Hypothetically. This guy just literally is the greediest person I've ever seen in my life. He's like, oh yeah, we need more hand buffs. Yeah. This is what we need. We need more hand buffs. Go face, please. Damn. That might lose us the game, actually. Oh, he just doesn't care. Okay, well. Fair enough, I guess. So yeah, the problem is he has a bunch of taunts that have +2/+2. If you do this, he gets a spell. Because I kind of want to do like this and this. Like that was my instinct, but that's kind of bad. Maybe we have to medic this. Medic this, and we could play the Oasis ally. Discover a ping. The problem is like he's just gonna play a giant taunt. You would also conjure a ping. I just don't like playing a 5-drop into this. I don't like the. I personally don't like that. I just think like if you do that play, he's gonna completely take you off board, and then you're never gonna get any damage again. So it's like you're gonna be close, but you're just not gonna get there, basically. My God, Toad. Okay. That was pretty expensive for him. We can, if we do this and ping, we can get a 50-50 face. But it might be best to just ping so we can play double 3. Kind of like that. So we go to double 3, and then this thing is an upside. We get to hope it goes face. Doesn't, but it's fine. Although I could have played this instead of both of these, maybe. Maybe I should have seen where that went first. It's fine. Okay, well, we would have never gotten through that anyway, so.
You want it? I got it.
Sure.
Your rage sustains me.
It's a pretty good card to get right now.
We will hold the Black Temple.
Alright, Silas one time. One time, Silas! Damn. Okay, so there's a lot of things we have here. Deep freeze isn't the worst, but probably doing other stuff is better. I don't know, this stuff actually, we have like 3 rigged fair games. Or 2, but a lot of this doesn't do anything. Volcanic. I think we do other stuff, so let's start with Volcanic. And then I think we go Runed Orb.
Time runs out on me.
Or Combustion. Shit, I think I did this wrong. That could have been better. I couldn't see quite the best way to do that.
I brought enough for everyone.
There's another one of those. Okay, well that kind of works. Brain freeze. Don't want to do this now. Yeah, the problem with Conjurers, like if we played Conjurers, it would have been really nice to do it. Like if we had 1 mana, if Evocation was 1 mana, we would have been able to, but it was just a little too expensive. Oh. I don't remember exactly what we can get off of this. 5 mana spell can deal 5, I know. We could just get like 10 mana, deal 8. I don't think it can give us lethal right now. We can also just...
Time runs out on me.
Okay.
I can take him.
Okay. Seems alright. So next time we can go for... Because Kazakus has... It can only do 5 burn, right? I honestly just don't remember. It's been too long. I don't remember exactly what Kazakus can give you. Because I saw the new Kazakus, but new Kazakus gives you completely different stuff, so it's not even the same. Alright, looks like we're good though. Flawless Mage Gladiator. Nice. Impossible! Okay, we have the Pocket Kazakis. We save it for next game. Glorious. Silas, our good old friend. That was a tough game for the last one, too. Worthy. A Skullman's pack, a Forged pack. Golden Dreadlord. Only 255 gold, though. Could have been worse.